Step one, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. I always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing.
Good morning, everybody. We got Mike. I got the mic working. I am not screwing things up too badly. Hello, I am JJW, and there is Deacon. He's in. We win. All right. Good morning, everybody. Today is October 13th, 2022, and it is another great, wonderful, amazing, superb day. If you can see my shirt, Deacon.
Oh, sweet.
Yes, you see, I am indeed Lily's dad, and today my little girl turns 4.
Nice.
Happy.
4. Is that your? That's
You've
the
never.
oldest? Is that the oldest?
That's my youngest. That's my
Oh,
youngest.
the youngest. How old's your oldest? 5?
She's 5. She turned 5 last month. My daughters are adopted. For people that don't know, okay. My daughters are adopted, but they are natural sisters. They're actually sisters. They're not adopted from two different.
Yeah.
They're natural sisters.
They look alike.
And
you can tell they look alike.
Yeah, we get the are they twins a lot like that. I'm like, they're so different. What are you talking about? They're twins.
Well, yeah,
they're 13 months apart.
Oh, that's cool.
Which I believe is like I'm not so. My wife is more into all of this kind of end of stuff, but I think it's something called like Irish twins or something like that. But I think that's technically if they're like less than 12 months old apart, so they're not quite even that. But
look, here's my.
Oh, hello, young lady.
That's my
the pride and joy of Deacon.
Here, come smile. Right, smile into the camera, Mags.
Oh yeah, hello.
That's my tiniest. Yeah, that's my tiniest. All right.
That's your little one.
Yep.
Yes. All right.
Baby. She's coming up here to the radio with me this morning.
Now I'm gonna finish talking about my daughter because
go ahead.
Proud daddy. My little girl is turning 4 today, and She's got a special day. I mean, she's going to go to school, but after school, she is going to get her ears pierced because she wants to. Let me tell you, I fought it for almost 3 years now. My wife was like, I want to get her ears pierced. And I was
Really?
like,
You
this is
fought
not
it?
yeah, I was like, this is not a
I was
doll.
I was
I'm going to
holding
let her choose
Maggie.
herself.
I was holding Maggie there in my arms when she got her ears pierced. She was a year, less than a year, whatever. She was a baby. And she didn't. Maggie was a trooper too. I've got to say, she was a trooper. She didn't flinch, man. She didn't cry. She didn't flinch. She was just like, "Are we done?" You know. So hopefully it'll be that way. Hopefully it'll be a and you know the technology is. Do they still use the gun? Pop! I'm sure.
I have no idea. I don't know anything about ear piercing.
I don't either.
They were like, here's your baby. And I'm like, this is my baby. And then my wife was like, at a year old, she's like, we should get her ears pierced. And I was like, you are not poking any extra holes in my baby.
No,
you're going to wait until she decides on her own. Well, she is determined. She is so excited, but I don't think she understands exactly. I don't think she understands what's going to happen. So I don't know.
Quick, and it's just a little pinch, I'm sure, and it's quick. And I had my tongue pierced for years when that was the cool thing in the late 90s. It didn't even hurt, but let me tell you why I took out my tongue ring. After the 5th or 6th broken tooth. I'm not talking about a chipped tooth. I'm talking about a broken tooth. It was like the 5th one. I remember I was eating a piece of pizza and I went and bit the top of that ball and it cracked my. I was like, I'm done.
Nope.
Took it out. Hadn't been back since.
You know, some people have always been into that stuff. I ain't one of them.
So my 17-year-old, our oldest, our 17-year-old daughter. This has probably been about 3, 4, 5 months ago, maybe shorter.
Yeah.
She asked her mother if she could get her septum pierced. Do you know the septum in between your nose right here? The bull.
What is with people putting holes in their body? I don't get it.
Okay. So she asked, and Ashley was like, no, I don't think so. But then, you know, that's your initial, as a parent, that's your initial reaction. No, I don't think so. And that is my father. And I'm not my father. Okay. So
yeah.
And neither is Ashley. And we have to realize that after our initial reactions as parents. Okay. So she talked to her and was like, why do you want this pierced? And my daughter, Kendra, the oldest, she presented the most adult, logical reason why she wanted this. It was such an adult way to go about it. And she was so mature about it, about her reason. And it wasn't a ridiculous reasons that we let her. It was
okay.
Why in the world? She displayed a great argument. She was very adult about the situation, you know, and it was a really good learning thing. So we let her pierce her septum, and she says it doesn't hurt, and she loves it, and she walks around with that little thing, and it takes me getting used to seeing my daughter with a thing hanging out of her damn nose all the time. And I've told her a million times, I'm like, God Almighty, that anything in my nose or my lip right here would drive me. That would be my hell. That would be my personal hell, is to have something in my nose, because I can't breathe as it is any damn way. I'm constantly picking my nose.
I guess it's like anything else. It's something you get used to, right? Except that you just said you busted your teeth on the tongue ring thing. So
the tongue ring was, and I talked for a living, so it didn't affect my voice either. But this is ears for a little 4-year-old girl, and you're just
yeah. I know. I'm just being I'm being a big old pusswad.
But that's okay. That's all right. You're being a perfect example of a dad. I think it's cute. I think it's awesome, and I think you're awesome for feeling this way. For being. I don't want her to. I think that's awesome.
All right. Well, I am great. I'm proud. It's a big day. You know, I'm not going to be able to be there either because my wife is kind of in the area, and after the show, we have breakfast, whatever. And then I drive like an hour away
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I work
Yeah,
until
you
too
work.
late. So I'm not going to be there, but my daughter's going to have a good time. And by the time I see my daughter this evening, I'm going to be like, I
She'll
don't
look
know.
so pretty. She'll look even prettier than you think she looks now, and I'm sure you think
Probably.
she can't get any prettier, but she's
Well, I
going to get
don't.
even
I don't
prettier
think that she can get
because
any
of
prettier.
that proud smile. It's not that the earrings are not gonna make her prettier, it's the proud smile that she has on her
Right.
face. It's gonna make her prettier.
All right. Well, good morning, Sarah. Every morning I do like to ask you how you're doing, making sure you're upbeat, you're ready to go, you're happy, you're having some coffee.
Hey, something that we could do every morning, and I haven't
Mm-hmm.
even brought this to your attention, but we were talking about this the other day. But me and Ashley were talking about it the other day because I tweeted something weird, and she was like, "Yeah, that was strange." And I tweeted out on @Dad Deacon. It was like, "Hey guys and dads and fellas, how are you doing today? You doing okay? I hope everything's
Yeah.
going good for you. I love you." And I had a couple of dads respond, and one guy was like, "Hey man, I really needed this. Thanks." And as a male father in my middle age, me and you talk on this show every day, and you're about the only person that I talk to as like a guy.
Yeah. Honestly,
We don't.
aside from people I work with,
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
much you're
And I work by myself.
yeah.
So we
Right.
don't guys don't have an outlet. And when I run across
I was
questions
just
all the
talking to my wife about this
yeah,
yesterday, last night.
and when I run across questions and stuff like this on Reddit and stuff like this, it's always like on Ask Men or Ask Something, and they're like, guys, what the question like last week was like, guys, what do you wish women knew about guys? And the overwhelming, like 96% of the answers are one thing. Guys are alone. We don't have anyone to talk to. We don't have anyone to share our feelings with. We feel we have been taught to suck it up, to be a man, to not display our emotions, and I think it's bad for us. I think it's bad. I'm an emotional person.
Mm.
You know that. And
Yeah, you are, and I'm not,
I am.
disparaging you. I
No, that's just
recognize,
who I am.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm not a robot. Although
No,
many times I have been called a robot.
you're able to contain your emotions a lot better than
Yeah,
me. And I mean,
yeah,
that's just who we are. There's nothing, like you
yeah.
said, negative
People are
about it.
different.
Yeah. And so I just, dads out there listening this morning, I hope that you're doing good. And honestly, to be 1000% honest, I might not know who you are and never talked to you before in your life. But if you need somebody to talk to, freaking DM me. I'll talk to you like we're best friends.
We're right here, man.
Yeah. I'll talk to you like we've known each other for 20 years.
You can't DM me because I don't allow DMs. But I'll set up a way to
I'm
talk to you. I mean, for real. Like if you guys know, okay, so I'm with you on this message as far as like
Yeah.
you guys need like if you were living your day every day like kind of isolated. Yeah, you got your family or maybe you got coworkers, but if you kind of like take a deep breath for a second and kind of think you're like, I'm a little isolated. Honestly, that's totally normal. It's totally normal, but
Yeah.
you don't have to be.
Yeah, you don't have
And it really might be helpful to you if you have some people that you can kind of like commune with, okay? And it's like it's not everything. You're not gonna tell us about your toe funk or whatever's growing on your back or whatever. But like, hey, like you might really be living it with some stresses. Like, okay, things are kind of going okay, but man, this economy is
Yeah.
rough. I'm not making any more money, but my wife is telling me all about the bills going up, and it's like more stress. And we got to bring in more because this isn't enough. And like, oh my god, like this is the not the best of all worlds that we're living in right now. But it is. I mean, like there are stressors. You probably got stressors, and it can be helpful to you to be able to connect and bond with some other people to just talk about it. Because if you can't even just do that, I know what you're doing, and you may know what you're doing, but you may not feel it. You're just compacting. You know why? Because you don't want to let that, you don't want to let your immediate feelings of the reality you're in lash out and hurt your family or hurt your wife or hurt your kids. You don't want to like say something. So you instead of risking talking that might hurt someone, you know what you do? You just pack it in. Except that's a bomb. That leads you to like destroy it. You will get beyond the red line and then you'll blow up. I've
Yeah.
seen it happen.
Yeah.
And
It does to me.
you don't want to do that.
I call it, I have this much room in the top of the bottle. I have an empty bottle, and you fill up that bottle with all your problems all the time. And I usually keep about this much room. And when it gets up to here, it spews out. Spews out. But when it spews out, what does it do? It leaves about this much freaking room in the top of the bottle. You never empty the bottle. You just leave enough until you spew it out again. And that's
so we're here for you. We're here for you. And I don't mean that in a like, this is a YouTube show or F YouTube. This is a whatever show. I don't mean it in this is a show kind of way. I mean it in a very much in a real, like, we're right here every morning. We're here to talk about stuff that's important to us or might be important to you. And there are places where you can directly connect with us. There's, like Deacon and I are both in a Discord server every day, and we're there to do moderation and stuff. But if you've ever interacted with me, you know that if you have like real concerns, I will stop and just talk to you. So we're here, and for now we can do that. Okay, I want to say, and I'm going to link what we're talking to now into something else in a second. I do want to say good morning to Mr. E. Deacon, I don't know if you know, but Mr. E does not wake up before we start the show. So he is here early for us.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, he's here early for us. He says he told me yesterday that he usually misses like the first 15, but he's in. He's here. He's now.
I don't even wake up for us.
Yeah,
that is very commendable.
I do because I love you guys, and I want you to have a good morning show. I want you to start your day off right. I don't
love you as much as JJ does, but I think we could be friends with benefits.
Hey, let's set up some sort of a contractual arrangement where we both get something.
We'll shake something, baby. Oh, sorry.
Manuel, good morning, and good morning, little Manuel offspring daughter. I had a really good friend who I could talk to about the ish. He was also married, and he was able to talk to me about stuff. Tragically, he passed away 2 years ago, and his passing has a terrible, bleak backstory. That is,
I'm sorry.
I feel for you, dude. And I don't know how old you are, sir, but I'm in my 40s, mid 40s. Deacon, you're in your mid 40s, and we both have that story too. Yeah. My version of that story, and I'm not discounting your story. I'm sorry for your loss.
Right. No.
My version of that story was my best friend, and probably, honestly, my only remaining friend from high school over 20 years ago. She was my best friend. She was in my wedding when I got married to my wife. She was the person who connected my wife and myself. And a couple of years ago, and I am the godfather of her daughter. And a couple of years ago, she passed away. And like I said a few moments ago, I typically am a person that keeps myself emotionally contained, and I couldn't. I was broken and grieving for. I mean, honestly, I still grieve. If I dwell on her too long, I will actually like break down. And I made when she passed. Man, this is grim and bleak. When she passed, I heard about it, and I mean, I was just broken and emotionally raw and stuff. And it was, I think this was 2018. I think it was it was 2018. It was right before, it was right after we had adopted the girl. So maybe it was 2019. Anyway, it doesn't matter when it was. After that, I made a video. I made a little 3-minute music video with photos. You remember, you've seen it. And I would play it again and again and again and again and again. And I would honestly just cry. I would cry. And I'm not a person that cries, although I'm getting a little bit like sentimental and emotional.
That's all right. That's how you, when we talked about at the first of the show, that's how you are. You process your emotions differently than other people. I mean, I'm just, see, I'm listening to you do this, and you keep your emotions in, but something like this, you grieve and you break down for an extended period. Whereas I wear my emotions like very out publicly all the time.
Yeah,
I mean, you do. Like a freaking TV show without like, and then the kids will look over and be like, "You crying?" And be like, "Man, it's," and I've taught my sons it's okay to cry, to be a man. You can still be a man and show tears in certain, and everything. But on situations like that, I don't grieve like that. It's weird. I don't.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah, and I
interesting.
wonder if it's
I
because
can't not.
right,
And
right.
it doesn't. I mean, like my eyes watering right now.
Yeah, that's
It's
cool.
not like it probably okay. So the part that you're talking about, like the day to day being emotionally vulnerable stuff.
Yeah.
I probably am. I just live in maybe the repercussions of trauma from when I was a kid, and God,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And I wasn't really traumatized, but like the way that I was brought up, the way that I was raised, you know,
It gave
I
you some
learned to
childhood.
compartmentalize stuff because
Right.
otherwise I was. I mean, like, I would when I was a teenager because my parents got divorced. Right, my parents got divorced. I was so angry. I was so angry and reactive. Okay, reactive to the world around me, and I didn't want to live like that, but I was. I felt like I had to box myself in. Well, over time, I grew into someone who just compartmentalizes how they feel about things from how they think about things, and
Yeah.
that's not necessarily
No,
healthy or good. It
no, it's
probably
not.
isn't, but I mean, but it is the reality that I live in, and when a traumatic event like the passing of your friend happens, I can't keep the barriers up, and because I don't live in a state where I am dealing with my emotions very frequently, I can't handle it. Like
Oh, yeah. I can
it
understand that. I
it
can see
is
that.
beyond overwhelming.
Yeah, I can see that.
So, good morning, everybody. We love you.
Yeah, yeah, seriously, yeah, we love you and dads, and you don't have to be a
All
dad.
right.
If you're going through crap and you don't think you have anybody to talk to, I mean, seriously, we
Yeah,
talk to
we
us.
got
We will
we
talk.
are here, and I mean we really will make. Okay, so now that being said, Deacon, I got something that you don't know about. I don't think you know about it because I don't think you read
Are
all
you
the chats.
are you taking a cream for it? Are you rubbing a cream on it?
No, I
Oh,
already
okay.
said we don't talk about butt stuff or growths on your back or any
Oh, okay,
funk in
so
your.
okay,
No,
okay.
no, no, it's
Alright,
not that.
okay.
So yesterday, and let me just. This is just going to be kind of a stream of consciousness morning, I guess.
It's a
So yesterday, for the last couple of days, I've been working really hard at work, and I've been trying to get the things for the show kind of like set up or whatever.
mhm, mhm.
Working really hard at work, and last night about I don't know 5, 6 at night, I'm at the office and I'm working and I'm working. I'm working on the show and I'm working at work, and uh, Mr. E, he's in the chat. He posts me a message in the chat and he says, "What's this?" And it's and he had stumbled upon the locals link in the Rumble app. So, Deacon, I don't even think you have even like a hint about
No,
what this is,
no, I don't even
right?
know what that is.
Because I don't think you follow us on Rumble.
I do,
Maybe
I
on your
do.
browser you say, "Oh, do you on your
I
phone?"
think so.
Let me see if I can even show it. Anyway, if you're watching on rumble.com/JJW, which by the way, I mean,
Yeah,
look,
good.
I must do this. If you go there on your browser or on your phone, right? Then right underneath our video right now, there's a little like thin little stripe that says support JJ on locals or something like that. I really don't know what it says. And I had enabled this a long time ago, and I thought I'll set this up. But then when I started setting it up, because it's like another alternative to YouTube. Like, let me be anywhere but YouTube because YouTube hates me.
You don't like
So
YouTube? Tell me more.
so I basically I'm doing my thing of Mr. Technical Guy of putting contingencies in place. Like
Okay, I see it,
I'm
I
gonna
see it.
have I'm gonna have a plan B and a plan C and a plan D and a plan
Go!
E. And if I get banned, oh well, it's whatever.
You can
So
subscribe to
okay,
give JJ money.
yeah,
How
okay.
does
So
it
let me
go?
explain. Let me explain what locals is. So first of all, local. Okay, right underneath the Rumble thing, there's a thing that says locals. I started setting this up a long time ago, but I stopped because I was like, oh, this is too hard and complicated, and I don't need it. But it still was linked up. Mr. E said, "What's this?" And I said, "Oh, okay. Well, here's what Locals is. I'll tell you what Locals is. Locals is a platform that was started by Dave Rubin. Dave Rubin is a um, gay, I think Canadian, political commentator or commentary guy who was canceled by the left because even though he's gay, he's got conservative values, and him and his husband or whatever, and they have kids, and they're like normal run-of-the-mill guys, except he's gay. And he got canceled by the left for not adhering to the doctrine, not adhering to the, woke ideology of, oh, you gay, you must wear your rainbow flag and have your, whatever craziness printed on your face. So he started this platform, Locals. And basically it was a place where people could create content and be free from censorship. Instead of the YouTube model of get a bunch of free subscribers and monetize a couple of them, Locals is a subscription-based platform where like you draw in people, and if they like you, they will directly support you, and then you can give them premium access to content, something like that. So it's rather than appeal to the masses for free, it is appeal to a few people for some money, and then like create self-sustaining show and economy. Okay. All right. So Dave Rubin owned Locals, and last year Rumble bought them and integrated it. So Rumble and Locals are like the same company. Okay. All right. So Deacon, we got this show, you and me, and you, obviously I am prioritizing Rumble as being the free side of the platform, but how do, there's some people that want to support us, they like the show and they want to put their dollars where their heart is.
What's wrong with you?
So that's just, some people are like that. So what path do we have for them to like express their support and enjoyment of the show, other than, of course, hitting the share button right now and making sure you share it on social media, guys? You got to tell people that we're doing the show.
You can send me pizza. I like that.
Yeah. So Locals is,
you talk about this. I'm gonna go get coffee.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a second. So Locals is the platform that I'm gonna use to solicit support for people that, I'm not asking you to spend money on the show, but there are some people that want to express support, and if that's you, then the only way that I'm gonna do that is either Locals or Rumble. I mean, like Rumble, I think Rumble, I don't understand how everything works. I think Rumble has like a super chat system. I'm not sure. You guys can check that out. And if you do, that's great. But otherwise, the only kind of place that we're going to have like a support is going to be locals.com. And then people can subscribe there. And then ideally, you're going to get access to additional content from me as a creator. And perhaps additionally, sometimes from Deacon too, right? But that's the idea. So if you're into that, then that's going to be the place for you. I did just cut a video of a let's see, it's I think the video is still processing. Here we go. So Deacon, I'm going to do this one time. I'm going to run the pitch for Locals, the video that I prepared. So
is this your dating video from the 1990s?
Oh man,
your dating app video? Man. Is that what we're watching?
Oh man,
for Locals, is that what you mean? Your Locals?
Yeah. This is so this is,
I'm JJ and I like Marvel.
So I just posted this. So this is the pitch. Let's see. Okay. Hi, I'm Jason. You may know me as JJW. Somehow you've ended up here on locals.com.
Hi.
I don't know what I'm doing, but this is a place for you to help me figure out what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Locals.com is a creator platform that allows people like myself to make art or video or content or live stream. And it allows people that support those people a means to do so. I'm not asking for your support, but I am setting this place up. But if you want to, there you go. Do want to support
the first rule of a scam.
The shows that I'm making for good fun and entertainment, like Your Two Dads on rumble.com/JJW. Or perhaps if people want to see me draw or see me make other kinds of content.
It's too long, JJ.
Or I know.
It's too long.
Things. It's too sincere too, right?
Arrived, it's way too long. You'd be like, yo, I'm JJW. Watch me or you suck. And then go.
So I really I really just wanted to get. You guys can go check out the pitch video over there. I wanted to get to the part in here I put for my wife, but this thing's loading, so it's taking too long. Oh, there it is. Hey, hold on. There we go. Come on, Rumble.
Come on, Rumble.
Locals. There we go. This is at the end. I put a stinger in here.
Is that going live? Is that going live?
No, it's just recording.
So, JJ,
Yes.
I would like you to account for your actions last night.
What did I do last night?
Would you please define unload dishes?
I unloaded the dishes.
Define that.
I put the dishes out of the dishwasher and put them up, and then I put the dirty ones into the dishwasher.
That is not unloading.
I unloaded it.
What did you
And
do?
you also loaded it.
That's right.
Thank you.
Cause I love you.
I love you too.
All right.
So you
that's it.
didn't get in trouble. You got praise.
I got a compliment. I got a compliment.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. That's the way to start the day.
Way
All right.
to take initiative there, JJ. And
Yeah,
load the
right.
dishwasher. You lazy
Yeah, well,
bum.
all right. So that's it. That's the only time I'm gonna. I'll probably be like, if you want to support, but I'm not gonna do the whole spiel anymore. Okay.
Do we have a news
geez.
story since we're halfway through
got-
the show?
Right. Okay. So you put this coffee story in place. Do you want to roll that? Because we
Yeah,
should
let me
start with
open
that.
Where am I at? Yeah, I came across this story yesterday, and I thought we drink coffee.
Oh, I love coffee.
Morning. You use the same mug every day.
I have a little rotation. I got like 4 or 5.
Yeah, I do too. I've got a couple. Did you know your type of coffee cup that you drink from actually matters?
Oh yeah.
What is
That's
yours?
fun.
Let's see yours. What's it made out
This
of?
morning I've got the TARDIS. I got
The
a
TARDIS?
ceramic TARDIS. It's square, which is unusual, and it's blue. I don't know what the criteria are for this little
My
hey,
coffee,
bro, let me just say ad block.
Yeah,
ad
I
block.
know.
You got more ads on your screen than you got story.
I don't pay attention to that crap like that though. I mean, I just shut
Okay.
it.
All right.
I mean, I just
Yeah,
but I should. I guess I should get some ad blocks and stuff. I don't mess with that stuff. I guess I should.
Sure.
Yeah, mine is Father's Day Mandalorian. It's not my normal Stormtrooper.
Oh,
helmet.
look at that.
It's
Yes.
Mandalorian Father's Day cup that I have here, and they're extra large. Well, this story says, according to a 2018 study published in the Journal of Food Quality and Preference, you subscribe to that, don't you? You get that weekly. The type of coffee cup that you use impacts how you perceive flavor. The study asked coffee experts and amateurs attending a specialty coffee event to taste samples from 3 different shaped mugs. Then they were asked to rate their experience based on aroma, acidity, sweetness, and how much they liked it. The researchers found that coffee served in a tulip mug, a mug with sloped sides, you know what I'm talking about? We have them at home, the classic coffee mugs, you know, that not the square ones, but the ones that are tapered, looks like a little tulip, you know.
Okay.
They had
like the ones you might have on like a tea dish or something like that.
Yeah, like that. Yeah. They have a
All right.
stronger, more intense aroma than when served in a split cup, the classic diner style mug, like this, square split cup.
That sounds like bogus science.
Tasters also rated coffee as sweeter and more acidic when it was in a split cup. It was sweeter when it was served. Another study looked at how people expected their coffee to taste and smell based on what type of cup it was served in. So do you think that if we were to take 2 different cups, 2 differently shaped cups, and pour the coffee in this cup and do a blind taste test, do you think it would taste any different to you based on the cup shape, not if the cup was metal or some crap like that? Hang on. Give you answer this and give me just a second.
Okay, so first of all, I'm going to say absolutely no, except for this one caveat. One caveat. If you're brewing your if you're brewing your coffee in a coffee pot, right? So imagine the coffee pot. Beans in top, water goes in, coffee comes out the bottom. Percolator is underneath the top. The percolator, the part that releases the coffee into the coffee carafe, the coffee that releases the coffee into the carafe has a little spring mechanism. Everyone has this because it's super, super cheap. It's a plastic spring. And if you remove the carafe while the coffee pot is brewing, then the spring closes and the coffee just kind of sits in the filter for a minute while you pour your coffee until you put the carafe back. So if you pour your first cup of coffee while it's still brewing, so before it's fully filled to the carafe, then that first cup of coffee, I call it around here at our house, we call it super coffee. If it's being brewed from the carafe in the carafe, and thank you, dear. Oh, look, it's Mrs. JJW again. They just saw you on our locals video pitch.
Our what?
Yeah, that's right. You don't even know about it, but you've been interneted.
Our locals video pitch.
I'll tell you after the show, dear.
Jeez.
Did you tell them how you like to share your pot of coffee?
No, well, we have a coffee story. I love you. Have fun. So
Shoo.
No, I'm in the middle of a thought. I'm going to forget. All right. So if the coffee's brewing and you pull the carafe out while it's still brewing, okay, the trap locks in the rest of the top coffee, and you pour a cup of coffee. I call the coffee you just poured, the first cup or two, super coffee, because that first water that goes through there gets extra caffeine. So if you pour 2 cups of coffee and the first cup of coffee is super coffee, yes, it will taste different. But if you just have a full pot of coffee and you pour 2 cups in 2 different glasses, no, you have brain damage because
is that how that works? I don't know if that's how that works though, JJ. I don't know if you let the water sit in there before you pour it, if it absorbs more caffeine.
Well, no, but it mixes around, right? It mixes around.
I don't know how the caffeine molecules work with.
Look, I don't know about that either, but I know that when the mornings that I drink super coffee, you think I'm peppy now? On the mornings that I get the super coffee, I'm like, let's start the day.
Super coffee then, because geez, you're just 3 steps past the pep meter on my normal morning anyway. Me and JJ are completely different when it comes to mornings, because I'm like, fuck this shit. And JJ's like, hi, I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a good day.
Yeah,
super coffee. All right, cool. I'll have to try some super coffee. You ever put any butter in your coffee? What was that called? Bullet?
Yeah, I think they call it. No, I don't do that.
There was some real, when we had real butter, like some real Amish people butter. I would put a dollop in my coffee every once in a while, and it was it made it taste different. It made it taste a little better. But if you don't put the right butter in your coffee, you just end up with a film across your coffee, and every time you drink it, you have it on your lips, and it's gross. So there you go. There's my coffee story. Pick your. I just thought it was a stupid, little, weird, funny story, and we drink coffee. And
all right,
it's kind of interesting.
Let's see. Yeah, yesterday we talked. We'll shake things up a little bit. Yesterday we talked about Tulsi Gabbard. We broke the story before Tim Pool got to it.
Yeah,
because we're here first. We broke the story that Tulsi Gabbard is leaving the Democratic Party. Now, first of all, I didn't post it here, but if you go check the Discord chat, the Rumble JJW channel in the Discord chat, I posted a clip from Tulsi Gabbard and Joe Rogan having an interview yesterday. So if you are like, Tulsi who? Go watch Joe talk to Tulsi. Not only are you going to love Joe, you're going to be like, all right, I like this chick. From justthenews.com, Tulsi Gabbard endorses, that is former Democrat Tulsi Gabbard endorses Trump-backed Republican Joe Kent. Kent won the Republican primary against Jamie Herrera Butler, maybe. We'll call it Butler. Who was one of the 10 Republicans who voted to impeach Trump. Let me say that again. Tulsi Gabbard just left the Democratic Party and is now backing Trump Republican candidate Joe Kent in who won the primary against Jamie Herrera Butler, a anti-Trump impeachment dipshit. So there we go. That's awesome.
That is kinda
She
cool.
says, my friend Joe Kent is a fighter, Gabbard said in an ad endorsing Kent. He's dedicated his life to ensuring the safety, security, and freedom of the American people in our country. With your vote, Joe's going to go to Washington and work tirelessly. You should get a pitch, whatever. So let me just say on the outright here, I'll stipulate again, JJ, you're just on Team Republican. No, Republicans are retarded. Can I say retarded here? What do you think? Am I going to get in trouble?
Me and Alex had a conversation about that word the other day because he said it in the store and he stopped and he was like, I need to be careful saying that word. Somebody's going to get mad. And I was like, yeah, dude, somebody's going to get mad anymore because people are stupid and they don't understand the definition, the meanings of words. Okay.
Right.
And we went through the whole little retard Latin music means to slow.
Right.
People used it and abused it over the years. So now that we can't use a fucking word because somebody used it the wrong fucking way. So retard, okay. If people that don't know, retard is Latin for slow down, slow. It's a musical term.
You know what? They are exactly retarded. Republicans are retarded.
They're slow.
They are slow.
They are slow. Can I use another? What's another word for slow? If we start using it,
no.
Just don't call somebody with mental deficiencies this word, and we can use it forever.
Yeah. So if you're thinking, JJ, you're just on Team Republican. No. JJ thinks Republicans are retarded. And also at the same time, I think Democrats are crazy. So I'm going to take retarded over crazy. But I'm happy to take anything besides Democrats or Republicans because at the top, at the elite part, they are all on the same team. Okay.
So once
you get up to here and you got these psychopaths, it doesn't matter that they're Democrats or Republicans. They're all on Team Uniparty. So now, if Tulsi Gabbard, let me tell you, if it was Tulsi Gabbard or some other Republican and Tulsi was still a Democrat, I would probably vote for Tulsi Gabbard for a contest because I like her, because I care more about people being authentic and true and conveying that adequately. Like don't put on pretenses. And I get very much from her a sense of being authentic. So I like her. Anyway.
So do you judge it that way? I mean, each case, I guess, would be individual, whether it was whether you're judging it as authentic or not, because there was one person that was around here local that switched parties like 3 or 4 times in the matter of like 20 years, 15 years. And it was very unauthentic feeling. Like the first time he was like, I'm switching over to this party because I feel this way and my party has changed and I just don't feel this way anymore. And you're like, hey, good for you. I respect that. Kind of like what she's doing. It's like, all right, way to stand up. And, you look like you're giving the appearance that you care. But then he switched again. And then I think he switched again. And you're like,
yeah.
Okay, do you care or are you just being a dumbass? Are you a dumbass?
So first of all, in order to even kind of observe that, you have to be paying attention, right? Yeah. Most people are not paying attention.
Right.
Most
yeah.
And then
great majority.
And in that case, if somebody flip flop, well, then you need to like use some discernment there. I mean,
and people forget very easily in this country, in the past, in this society that we've made today, people forget very easily, very quickly. Let me say very easily and quickly. Something that happens that is on everybody's mind and is top of the news today in 2 months, it's completely gone from the news.
Right.
And you can't get anything on it.
So
yeah.
I don't, maybe it's just because I'm kind of like doing this every day, but I'm very aware, like it feels to me like, there's people on the right and there's people that are moderates and people that are kind of traditional liberal moderate left a little bit, and then there's the people that are the left wing. And it seems in the last 5 or 10 years the left side of this has gone farther and farther and farther left, to the point where someone like a Tulsi Gabbard, who basically hasn't changed her positions on anything, but relative to the extremes, she's been she hasn't moved, but the left has moved so far that the moderate is now right of center. So I feel like Tulsi changing parties is consistent with everything I've seen her say before. She's always been anti-war. I'm anti-war. No war. Get out of war. Stop war. She's always been critical of government, critical of the leadership in DC. So I think she's being. I think these moves are consistent. And anyway, so this is good stuff. So bravo, Tulsi. Okay, that's all I got to say about that. You got anything to say?
No,
You
I
can say
just
she's hot.
No,
say she's hot?
I'm one of these people that steps back and watches this crap from afar because I'm some things I don't trust people on.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not one of these. I'm not an easy mark on certain things, and this is one of those that I'm just not like, oh, okay, good. You know, it's like, what else is going on? There's got to be something else going on. This is not just for the good of my heart. I feel I slept on it, and God told me that I must. No, I'm not buying that.
All right. So I'm gonna have to hit a couple of these pretty quick because we're running out of time. I spent too much time talking about my poor broken heart.
No, that's what this show's about, man. Screw these news stories. We can push that crap back.
No, okay. So here, let's hit a couple of these real quick. And I'll do it the fast way, which is this screen like this. So, Deacon, Joe Biden, tragically lost his oldest son, Beau. You know that he lost it in 2015. Beau died of brain cancer, I believe it was brain cancer. He died of brain cancer.
Shows you how much I know about this fucking idiot. I didn't even know he had a son named Beau. How many more kids does he have? He has the crackhead. He has the crackhead kid, and then he has the one that he molested in the shower.
Allegedly, we don't know that.
If you taking a shower with your fucking daughter, that's molestation.
I mean, it's not a good look. That's not a good look. I've never done that.
He had another son, Beau. Did Beau kill himself because of his family he was born into?
No. Beau died of brain cancer. Beau died of brain cancer.
Maybe his brain decided to kill himself.
Military veteran. I believe he was a military veteran. He both served in Iraq and during like one of our wars that we didn't need to do. And Joe Biden, the president of the United States, who's sharp as a tack, according to him, Joe Biden incorrectly claims that his oldest son died and lost his life in Iraq. I
didn't know that.
Well, it's because it didn't happen. It didn't happen. President Biden.
Does this not piss off anybody that has lost a loved one over there? Does this not piss you off?
I mean, it
he
really
says
ought to.
Shit like this all the time to garner
constantly. He just makes up
empathy.
stuff.
He just makes up shit. He grew up in he was raised in a Puerto Rican fucking.
Yeah, he told us he was raised by Puerto Rican community last week.
I swear to God, if he goes to Harlem, he's going to be like, I grew up in a black neighborhood my whole life and went to a black church.
Yeah. No, creative history is what Joe has. So I say that he's a quote from Joe Biden. I say this is a father of a man and won the Bronze Star. I say this as a father of a man and won the Bronze Star, the conspicuous service medal, and lost his life in Iraq. Except Joe Biden's son didn't lose his life in Iraq. He died of brain cancer in 2015. So, Jackie, are you there? Joe Biden talking to ghosts. Joe Biden, Puerto Rican Joe Biden. Okay. Guys, your president is a total crazy person. This came in yesterday. Breaking from the post-millennial breaking, Alex Jones has been ordered to pay $965 million to the Sandy Hook families. Why? Did he kill the people at Sandy Hook? No. He was on the internet, on YouTube or whatever,
bad stuff and making
and he was running his mouth and making assumptions or whatever, and he said some stuff that wasn't true, or he believed some things that he didn't exactly connect, and he has long since walked back his position, say I was wrong, I made a mistake, but that doesn't matter because YouTube wanted to get rid of Alex Jones.
They hate him, and he's going to pay for existing. He's going to pay.
Yeah. So this whole lawsuit was not about about restitution of to the family of the Sandy Hook families.
No.
This entire lawsuit was about getting a jury to bankrupt Alex Jones to the point where he could no longer run any of his shows on Infowars.com. And allow me to stipulate, I have seen some shows on Infowars.com. I do not take it as news per se.
No,
Alex
me neither.
Jones is a funny son of a bitch. He's an entertaining dude.
He's an entertainer. He is entertaining.
Yes.
And as somebody who is a conspiracy theorist myself and leans that certain
Oh
way,
yeah.
he's a
Yeah,
fucking
you are.
idiot. He's an idiot.
Well, I don't know if he's an idiot, but
I think some of the things that he talks about probably have merit, but the way he goes about it makes us all look bad. You ever have the people that I think a certain way. I'm kind of a holistic person too. Look, this is a good example. I'm kind of a holistic person. Okay. And holistic stuff gets a bad rap nowadays. If you say you use essential oils or you use stuff like this, it gets a very bad rap nowadays. And it's people like Alex Jones, the people that I will meet that are holistic like me, that think like me, that use essential oils, but they're the ones that get on Facebook and say, I've got cancer, but I've used lavender oil and I'm trying to get, it's like,
yeah,
bitch, shut up. You're making us all look stupid. Okay. Essential oils and stuff like that, I do believe they work on certain things, but it's not going to cure everything like some of these people. And the louder these people get, the more it makes us all look crazy. Okay. And Alex Jones is one of those people that I've always looked at like, they'll be like, for years that Alex Jones said this. And I'm like, well, I kind of subscribe to that. And then I would listen to him and I'll be like, oh God, dude, you fucking make us all look bad. Just quit.
All right. Well, here's my opinion of that. First of all, Alex Jones and also me and everybody else on the internet and everybody else in media or whatever, you should start with the assumption of nobody's obligated to be honest with me. Everybody is allowed to lie. If everybody's allowed to lie and that's where you start from, then you don't have to just have this dumb mental framework of like, somebody said it, I'm supposed to believe it. Oh, wait, they were wrong. They must be lying. No, everybody's allowed to be wrong and everybody's allowed to lie to you. So judge for yourself. Go, don't want to watch Alex Jones. I don't watch Alex Jones, but don't just pass judgment on people. Just go listen to him, listen to the other people. Maybe don't listen to anybody. It doesn't matter, but don't take anybody's word that anything is true. Alex Jones or me or CNN. Don't believe anybody. Okay. And then, so go look and see for yourself, see what you think. Now, I think so first of all, Alex Jones funds his entire operation, I think, by selling like vitamins or something like that.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
I don't know a lot about him because I just really have never cared to know anything about him. I see all this crap and I've seen his name a billion times, but I've never really watched his stuff.
His whole thing is like Infowars.com, and then like he'll run videos and they sell like supplements or whatever, and they have enough margin on that they can cover all their costs. They have a big operation. You can go to Infowars and like loot that stuff, but if you're like, I don't know, that's dangerous. You can go to Rumble and you can just watch videos on Rumble. Or not. I don't care.
I'm sorry, but even to me, that sounds, if I'm like, I have a website. If you just met me and I'm like, I have a website called InfoWars and I have all this podcast and these TV shows and we try to get down to the nitty gritty of the news and the real news and stuff.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that's interesting. And you get to talking to me and you say, how do you fund how do you make all your money through the television and podcast? And I say, no, I sell vitamins. Isn't that like a giant fucking red flag that something's amiss to you?
No, not really. I mean,
it does to me.
From a here it is from a business perspective. Okay, so we have a show. How do we fund it? We don't. We don't fund the show. But, if there's overhead, if we had employees and editors that had to make us make better content, we would need revenue, right?
Yeah,
So
but
what
if
are the
you
revenue models?
if you
Hold on.
bought a
Let me.
bunch of freaking sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
What are the revenue models? Subscription revenue models. Alex Jones is banned from like PayPal and every other payment processor. He really can't do stuff like that.
Okay.
So subscription models out of the gate. He's banned from YouTube, banned from like Facebook and Twitter and all of those places.
Well, make your fucking own.
Okay.
Why didn't he make his own?
That's true. I don't know. Now, what else could you do? Oh, you could, if you can't do subscriptions, maybe you could set up a web store and sell T-shirts and coffee mugs. Okay, fine. But you have product inventory, overhead, and whatnot.
Yeah,
so your margin on that, margins are pretty slim on physical products like that. And how many coffee mugs can you sell somebody to fund your operation?
Right.
How many T-shirts do people need now? Vitamins and supplements and stuff like that. So we're talking vitamin C or vitamin D.
I understand.
I don't know. That's at high margin and consumable. So he can get people to just buy and buy and
I
buy.
understand
So it's
that
high profits.
That's beside the point I'm trying to make. He's an information dealer, but he's selling vitamins on the side to fund the information. Does that not sound like a fucking Mexican?
I mean, you got to have some kind of product
to you. I mean, if I'm going to sell vitamins and make the bulk and fund everything off selling vitamins, I'm going to be a vitamin salesman. I'm fuck information and InfoWars and all that crap. If it's not making me any money, it's just my hobby. Do you see what I'm saying?
I see. I understand kind of your fundamental kind of skepticism about somebody selling vitamins to be a newsman. Okay. I'm just saying that's the model that they have that's working.
Right. And I'm not saying that that's the wrong
I'm not passing judgment on it either. I'm not buying vitamins there.
I'm saying it looks very,
I don't know.
It looks odd to me. You know, it just,
I don't know.
And I'm not one of these people that, like I said, some of the things that Alex Jones,
anyway, we're getting off Alex Jones.
Yeah. Screw it. I don't.
But if you're like, I expect most people are like, who? Let me tell you, first of all, funny dude. So,
does he have $965 million? No. Is it going to break him? Oh, okay.
Probably he's not. Probably that judgment will just get appealed and challenged, and it'll drag on forever. But he said, I think he said in this story, he was like, something like here in a live video reaction on InfoWars, Jones called the verdict a political joke. They actually believe they're getting this money. It's like they believe all their own stuff. Jones would be disappointed if the figure did not reach $1 billion. So, but I mean, look, $965 million for saying something about somebody on the internet. I do that like every single day.
That's a point. They're trying to make a point.
This is an attempt to bankrupt a business, and it's not just Alex Jones. It's all the people that work for him. So it's kind of screwed up. I don't know. Well, anyway, if you're curious, go look at him on Rumble or wherever. I don't give a damn. All right, we got more.
That's why, if you'll notice, I took down all the logos that I had in my room.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, screw this. If somebody don't like what I have to say, I can just see them looking at my freaking radio station.
Oh yeah. Well,
trying to get me in trouble.
Hopefully. Well, why don't you not give people some ideas? Okay. The city of El Paso, Texas. Sometimes we talk about migration. Right. Which is, there are people that legitimately migrate to the United States for asylum, and there's one or two that are just hopping the border to try to get a better job. Well, not only have counties in Texas declared an emergency. We talked about that in the past several weeks. The city of El Paso has put up a portal so that you can observe exactly how the migrant thing is going. So this is only El Paso. It's not the entire state of Texas. But if you remember back from the COVID days, there was a COVID dashboard. Well, we now have a migrant dashboard, and you can see how many migrants have been released into the community this week. This is the Border Patrol in custody rolling over the past 7 days. So currently in El Paso, there are 4,600 migrants in custody. There are daily encounters somewhere between 2,000 and 1,900 daily encounters of new migrants. So El Paso set up this cool little migrant dashboard, so you can get some on the keep
Does
your
that make
keep your
you
finger
feel?
on the pulse.
Does that make you feel safer to see the
No,
little lines?
it didn't make me feel safe or unsafe. I think it's great that we finally have some of a kind of a graphic visual representation of the amazing job that the Biden administration and is doing by making sure that our border is secure in a way that lets people just kind of come here whenever they want. So I think that's pretty cool.
Ooh, you got a good story here.
Oh yeah, which one?
The
Whoops, that's locals.com /JJW. Sorry about that. Oops, that one is too. Which one?
well, that's a good one too.
Yeah, let's do this one first.
This is a good one.
All right.
I'm
Harry Potter's.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. What? Go. Oh, he's coughing. Harry Potter star Tom Felton refuses to trash J.K. Rowling over her stance that transgender ideology could erase womanhood.
Good for him to support
Absolutely.
her. And there's a couple other Ralph Fiennes and the guy that played Hagrid, Robbie Coltrane.
Okay, so
Rafe.
for a little,
Isn't his name Rafe Fiennes?
I
don't think it's Ralph. I think it's Rafe.
It might be Rafe. I don't know.
I'm wrong.
I call him Mr. Fines. Hello, Mr. Fines. How are you? What's up?
Tom
Mr.
Felton
Fines?
is an enormous fisherman. He used to be.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like a big fisherman. And
this dude right here.
Yeah, he played Draco Malfoy in Harry Potter. That's
fisherman?
Tom Felton. He's a fisherman. That's what he does. Like his real Tom Felton, the actor. His hobby is fishing. He likes to fish.
Oh, okay.
And I messaged him a long time ago, and I emailed him about, if you're a big fisherman, you should come to my neck of the woods. This is what we specialize in down here.
Oh, really?
Fishing, yeah, in Kentucky
That's
Lake.
awesome.
Barkley.
Did he reply?
I got a reply from, like, I think it was an auto moderator. It wasn't him. And I don't remember what it said, but it was very auto moderation, because I thought, oh my God, I got a response. Yeah.
That's disappointing.
Who did I get a response from the other day? Oh, it was, you wouldn't care. As we were leaving the Pumpkins concert the other night, we were standing around the stadium afterwards, and we were kind of in the stadium where it was behind the stage area, but we were up a level. And these two guys come walking up, and I thought I recognized this one guy because I had met him once before. I'd met him once before and talked to him for a long time. But it's this guy named Rich Redmond, and Rich Redmond is Jason Aldean's drummer. And I had met him at a place before, and we had talked drumming. And then I saw him coming, and he saw my brother's shirt, and he stood there and talked to us for a long time. And it was kind of a famous him. And then Luke Combs' drummer, Jake Smothers, was with him. And so they stood there and talked to us for a little bit. They recognized my brother's shirt, and they stopped. It was a drummer shirt, and they stopped. They're like, hey,
not only are you a local celebrity, you rub shoulders with celebrities.
I've met quite a few celebrities. I've interviewed quite a few celebrities.
You're talking to one right now.
I am. I rode in an elevator with Keith Urban. He's like 5 foot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, really?
He's a tiny guy. And so is Brad Paisley. They are tiny, but both of them can rip a guitar apart.
All right, so I just want to give a little context to this J.K. Rowling stuff, because some people probably are like, she wrote Harry Potter, so what? Yeah, she wrote Harry Potter, and for the last several years, she has been under attack from the LGBTQIA plus 2S, whatever, alphabet people, mostly because she denies the ideology that there is no difference between genders and there's like a million genders. She says, look, there's actually women. Women are actually biologically different than men. And then the, woke ideology people are like flip out and like, cause their brain melts down. So they've been attacking her for years because J.K. Rowling says, I'm not gonna speak for her, but she advocates on behalf of women, for instance, in the context of like, oh, well, whatever team says that men who identify as women can be on the team, and then it's like not fair for the women, or trans women can change in the women's locker room, and the rest of the women don't feel comfortable having a male in the locker room changing while they're changing. Well, J.K. Rowling advocates for women, the rights of women specifically, because she recognizes that, like, no, like, you can believe whatever you want, but like he's signaling that he's going to be gone in a minute. She recognizes that there is a difference between the sexes, and that there needs to be protections in place for women specifically. Okay, so here's a type of tweet. If sex isn't, let's see, here's a quote. She tweeted, "If sex isn't real, then there's no same sex attraction. If sex isn't real," that is the male female binary, differences. If sex isn't real, the lived reality of women globally is erased. I know and love trans people, but erasing the concept of sex removes the ability of many to meaningfully discuss their lives. It isn't hate to speak the truth," she tweeted. And here's a tweet from 2020. "The idea that women like me, not me, her, the idea that women like me who've been empathic to trans people for decades feeling kinship because they're vulnerable in the same way as women, i.e. to male violence, hate trans people because they think sex is real and have lived consequences is a nonsense. For taking basic, fundamental, fact-based, like, objective statements and being willing to voice them with her very big voice. She has been under siege and attack by the trans, activist people for a while, and as a consequence, woke Hollywood lines up with those people. So people like J.K. Rowling that make statements like women are different than men, right? Like, do you agree with that? I agree with that. Well, if I say that, I could get canceled and I could lose, like, I don't know, access to PayPal and all kinds of other stuff. J.K. Rowling is a billionaire and she comes under attack, but she's standing firm. So props to her, and props to Tom Felton for standing by J.K. Rowling's right as a human being to say things you don't like that she thinks are true and I think are true. Okay, so that's dope. Have you guys ever, let me let's check on chat for a second, and then I'm going to get to the last one when Deacon gets back. Oh, this show is called Of Mice and Men, and let's see, Selling Sisters. Let's check on chat for a second here. Oh, you guys have been active in chat today. Oh my gosh. Jeremy says Alex Jones has exposed a lot. He says he's right more often than not. So Mr. E said, regarding my right to assume others, it's fine to lie and assume others lie, but there are always laws against what Alex Jones did, and that's why he's where he is. Okay, so yeah, Alex Jones said some things that asserted some things that were not true, and I think he was in a defamation lawsuit. Now, jury gets to decide that, and like, what defamation is usually pretty strict. Could he have absolutely no? He didn't have any reason to not know. And anyway, he walked it back a long time ago. I'm not defending him. He lost the lawsuit. I think $965 million is out of context with anything that some internet dude said on the show. Let's see. Let's go. To own a firearm. You guys are talking about guns for some reason. Okay. Guns. Who said something about guns? I have no idea what you guys are talking about guns. Okay. But you guys are on about it. Let's see here. Trying to get through the chat here. Okay. You guys are all about guns right now. Oh, guns because of Tulsi? What did Tulsi say about guns? I don't know. Send me a message about it. We'll talk about it another day. Hello, Selling Sisters. I haven't seen you here before, but welcome. I'm glad you're watching or watched. You think it's based on the earnings since the Sandy Hook incident, but he hasn't traded on the Sandy Hook story in years, and he only covered it when it was topical, and then when he got called out, he stopped. So they're whatever, they're punishing the business. Hello, Showbreaker. Oh, hello, that's Ashley. Hello, Ashley. Good morning. Hang on just a second.
Gray one that's fuzzy. He's not a short hair.
All right, guys, let's look at this real quick.
There's another little fuzzy. I think he's going to be a fuzzy black one.
I'm going to mute Deacon.
Uh,
Oh, come on, cancel. We're listening to Deacon's business in there. Let me mute him. All right. Here we have, I saw this yesterday. The bleedingfool.com posted this. It is a first look at Matilda Lutz as Red Sonja. They're making a new Red Sonja movie. Now, they made a Red Sonja movie way back in the 1980s, and it was a spinoff from Conan, I think Conan the Barbarian. Correct me on whichever Conan. Whichever Conan movie it was. I'm sorry, I was reading the chat to see if it was. Hey, if you like this show, make sure to go to rumble.com/JJW. All right. So Red Sonja, they're making a new Red Sonja. She was in the Conan movie back in the 80s. There was a spin-off movie that was Red Sonja that was also kind of fun. And the character is being revived for a new movie based in Dynamite Entertainment. Dynamite makes comic books. They're kind of, I would say, like, there's Marvel and DC, and then there's like Image. There used to be Valiant. I think Valiant's gone or out of business now. But Dynamite is one of the kind of like B or C level publishers. They produce a lot of content. Very frequently, I think they do like licensed stuff. And they run the Red Sonja character. And Red Sonja was originally created by Robert Howard and Roy Thomas. Roy Thomas, I'd have to, some of his creations for sure. Now, over on this Wikipedia thing, it says that it was also, I see. So Red Sonja is a fictional sword and sorcery comic book heroine created by Roy Thomas and Barry Windsor Smith for Marvel Comics in 1973, inspired by Robert E. Howard's character of Red Sonja of Rogatino. So Red Sonja is a comic book character. Now, since the license has passed to Dynamite and they've been publishing it for years and years and years, let's see if we have let me pull up some images that are, give you some like ideas of Red Sonja images. So here you've got, basically she's kind of recognized most frequently for red hair, sword and sorcery, and bikini armor. Okay, so there's like a statue drawn fighting a dragon, a painting of her red hair, bikini armor. And so some of the images are like, wow. I saw one yesterday where she was like in snow. So here is an image from the Red Sonja movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger's Conan. So this is probably a movie poster for that movie. If you haven't seen this before, go check it out. Is it great cinema? No, but it's fun. It's fun. Movies used to be fun. Here's the image I was thinking about. So like, this is the kind of stuff you would see. You're like, oh, it's Red Sonja. She's in the woods hunting something. That looks cold. Why would you wear that? I don't know, but that's her look. So they are making a Red Sonja movie with Matilda Lutz as the titular character. I don't know who she is, but I'm not sure what other movies she's been. Now, that's the good news. Like, oh, that's great. They're going to make a sword and sorcery Red Sonja movie. Let's do some fun stuff. And if you look at this picture close, it kind of looks like she's wearing bikini armor. I don't know, but she's also got some, obviously some pauldrons. Is that what these things are called? Gauntlets. Okay. All right. Maybe it'll be good. Uh-oh. Hold on. Let's get down here. Deadline reports that MJ Bassett of Solomon Kane, all right, is directing from a script by Joey Soloway. All right. Transparent. Uh-oh. And Tasha Huo, Netflix's Tomb Raider. Oh, crap. It's going to be bad. It's produced by Mark Canton, who did 300 and Power, Courtney Solomon, who did Cake and After, Luke Lieberman on behalf of Red Sonja LLC, Millennium Media's Les Weldon, Jeffrey Greenstein, Jonathan Ugert, and Joe Gata, Out of the Furnace, and Conan the Barbarian. So we have a little bit of legacy to the original production. We've got some dubious characters involved. Not sure entirely about this, but Netflix's Tomb Raider has been like universally bombed. So I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes, but we'll maybe keep an eye on it. Let me know if you guys think that Red Sonja is going to be kind of cool or not. I don't know. Jeremy corrected me, and the things I called pauldrons are actually spalders, and whatever. They're not going to work. You're just going to cut her regular arm off right here. You just be like, whack, hit the arm, cut it off. All right, and I think Deacon's out for. Oh, Deacon's back finally. Deacon, or maybe he's not. He may be closing us out. Last story, and then we got to go. We're out of time. He's busy. This episode's titled "Of Mice and Men and Monsters." And we talked about men and we talked about monsters, Joe Biden being one of them. Forgot where his own son died or how his own son died. But that's not the only monster. Scientists grow human brain cells in a rat. Scientists have developed a research method that allows for a much more detailed examination of the brain process involved in some neurological and mental disorders. This is achieved by growing human cortical organoids in culture and inserting them into developing rodent brains to see how they integrate and function over time. Scientists, I believe at Stanford, are putting human brain cells into rats. This is, if your immediate reaction to this is not repulsive, I don't know what's going on. Now, I find this disgusting. I don't care what they can learn from this. Human brain cells should never be put into a rat, okay? Poor rats, he says. And not the poor rats. I live my life with a base assumption, maybe it's true, maybe it's not, that human beings are a product of God. Human beings are holy and separate from animals. Biological, oh, JJ, we're all animals. We're descended from the apes and Neanderthals or whatever. I don't care about that. If you don't have kind of a fundamental baseline that humans are special, then that means that ultimately you can't really hold the position that all life is valuable. Because if you think that humans are just animals, just a different kind of animal, then ultimately it doesn't matter if humans get killed or die or anything else. Matters to me. I believe that all life is sacred. All humans are sacred in every possible way. And to treat human material like this is foul. This is gross. I don't care what they can learn from it. Whatever the potential benefits are, and maybe they cure Alzheimer's or something like that, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This is gross. This is disgusting. American Science. So this story originated with, let's see. They usually have a story timeline. Originated with Nature yesterday, and then has since been picked up by Science News, the Jamaican Observer, National Desk, The Independent. Quite a few other places have run this story. We'll go to The Independent. I kind of trust them. Where is The Independent? Daily Beast, Associated Press, Independent. Here it is. The Independent, which is a NewsGuard certified as 100 out of 100. Transplanting. Oh, sorry, it popped up as an alternate window. Transplant. Oh, Deacon, you're muted. That's why you can't talk.
No,
Okay.
that's good. I saw. Thank God.
Transplanting human tissue into rats could advance brain disorder research. Yeah. So the brains of rats in the study, containing a combination of human and rat cells, apparently work as living laboratories, said researchers from Stanford University. So researchers,
What are they doing?
aka
Give me your TLDR.
scientists are taking human brain cells and putting them into rats to watch them grow.
Okay.
No,
Mhm.
no,
You
no,
don't
that's
like this?
awful. No, this is repulsive. And disgusting.
This is progress, JJ. Human progress. If you say it's not going, that you can't do it, someone is going to do it.
So let me get this straight. Let me just make sure I understand the rules of reality now. If you say that men and women are different, you can be canceled. If you say something wrong on the internet, you can be bankrupted and sued and bankrupted for nearly $1 billion. But it's totally okay to take human brain cells and put them into an animal and let it do whatever it does. This is gross.
This is what we're getting from today's show.
This is what the reality is.
Extra long show.
Yeah, sorry, I need to get done. That, and you can always support us on Locals. It's right underneath. But to get there, go to Rumble and then look right underneath. There's a link. Support the show. Okay.
Yeah, I don't condone this at all, and I feel sorry for. I'm an animal lover, even rats. I mean, I don't care. I want to.
Dude, butcher all the rats. This is human brains. Humans. The human is the important part of it.
They're freaking cutting a live human apart and putting this in there. I'm sure they're getting the cells from somewhere. But it's study, it's progress, and like I say, I mean, I'm saying this is the reality, that this is progress, and we happen to be living in an age in the beginning of an age, of a new age. We just happen to be living in the beginning of this new age, and this is just what's going to. So we're on the cusp of an old way and a new way, and we have especially our generation has a really hard time accepting this technology stuff, because we weren't. we the same thing we do every night, Pinky. We have a hard time, I think, because we were brought up the old way, and then we see our kids completely that were born into technology doing the new way, and we are caught in the gap, in the middle, and I don't know. You think they're just trying to take over the world?
Well, I don't know, but I think this is horrific, and whatever the benefits are, I don't think it's worth it, and I think it's repulsive. Ultimately diminishes.
What if this cures childhood cancer? What if this cured? What if, because we put these human brain cells in these rats and killed a few fucking rats? What if in 100?
Dude, I don't give a shit about the rats.
What if in 100 years this has ended up curing cancer that saved billions of children's lives, millions of children's lives? Would you care about this study now? Would you give a shit now?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Well, I would.
I mean, I don't think so, because one, that's a what if.
Human lives are more important to me. It's not a what if. I mean, we've done this for fucking 150 years now. There's no what ifs.
Well,
we've been killing monkeys and all kinds of stuff for 150 years, and we have got all kinds. And I'm not saying it's a good thing, and it's completely barbaric, But what the end doesn't justify the means. Jeremy, I'm not talking.
You guys don't talk to each other.
The end doesn't justify the means. Let me tell you something, Jeremy. If I could kill a fucking rats to save my 8-year-old nephew that died of neuroblastoma, I'd kill some fucking rats.
I get that.
Doesn't justify the means.
Here's the thing.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
We've
gone way too long. We go past an hour and 15 minutes, and Deacon gets
we got to go. Yeah, we got to get out of this. So we'll just wrap it up. The Nazis did this, man. The Nazis, like, they did medical research, and we have a lot
Do
of
you
medical
think
knowledge
that
because
we
of Nazis.
threw all that shit away when the Nazis? God damn, people need
No,
to do some
no.
history. We hired all those people. And
Yeah, I
most of the technology and medical stuff that we have today, it was done by them.
Yeah, but does that justify that kind of stuff? I don't know. I mean,
Did it
I think
save
it's
people's lives? I'm done.
Yeah.
You're gonna get me
Yeah.
fucking fired talking about this
All right.
fucking shit.
All right, man. That's wow. That's all we got today. I don't know how to wrap this up.
Damn,
We
man, I
have gone
was
too
on
long.
for
We got to
15
go.
fucking minutes.
Yeah. All right. Bye, everybody.